Welcome once again to Grizz Vision on OUGrizzlies.com. Today we're sitting down with head coach John Musachio of the OU men's baseball team. Coach, your team went down and played a number of close games with Ohio, and you won the first one, 9-2. Just talk a little bit about what was clicking for your team over the weekend.
Well, I'll tell you, especially on that Friday, game one, we had outstanding pitching. We threw strikes. We worked at a fast pace, and typically when we do that, we have talented defenders behind our guys, and we play good defense. And Friday was an enjoyable game for sure. The rest of the weekend we battled. Obviously, we lost 2 one-run games. It seemed like we dug ourselves a little bit of a hole early, whether it be making a couple bad pitches at the wrong times or a bad break here or there. But our guys battled. Our guys, we scratch and claw. Our team has grit, and that's something that every championship team has to have. We've talked about that with our group. You can have talent, but if you don't have heart and grit and the desire to get better, you're just not going to win a championship. But our guys definitely have that. So I'm proud of the way our guys competed and probably made a couple games a little bit closer than maybe they were. But we're right there. We're knocking at the door. Could have been a 3-0 sweep coming home, but it wasn't.
Right, Coach, and it's a delicate balancing act, taking the positives from those road games, but also the desire to get better. But definitely something that we've seen with your team, a pattern, coming back late. It's something you did against Louisville.
Right.
You did it against Cincinnati as well, and now Ohio. You talk about the grit and determination, but what else is it that seems to make your team better as the game goes on?
That's a tough question to answer, Scott. It's obviously good that we play well late. I think a lot of it comes down to the leadership that we have on our team. We've got a real good group of seniors who really is hungry for a championship this year. It starts there for sure. We've got younger guys who follow that leadership and are hungry as well. They're winners. What we need to do is, and we've talked about this as a group, is we need to play a little bit better earlier in the game. Our first time through the order, we need to produce a little bit more offensively. Our first 3 innings, we've only been winning one of the 11 games after the 3rd inning. That's got to change, and the guys know it, and I think the guys are gonna lock in a little bit, and we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive early in the game, and it'll be fun to play with the lead for a little bit here this weekend.
And Coach, that's a great segue into the upcoming weekend. You've got another 4-game series, a little bit different than what we've seen already this year, in that you're playing a neutral site game with Canisius, and that's going to be played in Dayton, and then you're also going to take on the University of Dayton Flyers.
Right.
Just start with kind of a little bit of a breakdown of each team.
Well, they're both pretty similar, Scott. I mean, they're both very aggressive offensively. Both head coaches I know pretty well, and they do a great job with their programs. But Dayton is going to look to really attack on the bases. They're aggressive early in counts offensively. To have success, pitch to both sides of the plate and get ahead, and then expand the zone. Easier said than done. I think every pitching coach has that formula in the United States going into every game. Canisius is a good ball club as well. They're aggressive. They're aggressive on the bases. They'll run. They'll push bunt. They'll hit and run and do different things. And and that's something that we're used to because we're a similar type team. All 3 teams are very, very similar, I think, in talent. I think they're very, very similar in how they want to go about scoring runs and from a strategic standpoint. So it's going to be a fun weekend. I think you're going to see a lot of aggressive baseball on the bases and at the plate. And I think what it comes down to is, whoever throws the most strikes and plays the best defense is going to have the best success this weekend.
And Coach, as we talk about that, where do you see your defense at right now? You started the year with a few freshmen playing big roles, and it's now 11 games into the season. Have you seen an improvement there?
No doubt, absolutely. We're actually playing very, very strong defense. The biggest area that we have to improve upon defensively is our communication. There are plays as far as cuts and relays and young guys at middle positions where maybe they go to the wrong spot as far as a cut and relay, or line up to go to the wrong base at the wrong time, and just little things, baseball IQ things that that our guys are getting better and they're learning. We've got a great group of kids, and they're very, again, like I said, they're very hungry to get better. They're very intelligent baseball players, and so as those mistakes clean up, and that's what we've seen, we're in a better position to win baseball games, and we're playing cleaner baseball defensively.
All right, Coach. Well, we're all certainly looking forward to the weekend and wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot, Scott.